Hello, my beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so happy that you've joined me yet again on another YouTube video of mine. Now, in today's video, I'm going to share a few tips, product recommendations that you definitely need to take into account when you're going to do a beach holiday, a tropical getaway, especially places that are super humid. Most of you might know that I just got back from Thailand. It's been about 10-12 days now. I still have my bronze tan going on and I just don't want it to fade, but it is what it is. This time around in Thailand, I was super mindful with the way I packed all of my stuff. Literally everything is different when you go for tropical holidays, you guys. The kind of clothes you're gonna wear, your hair care game is super different there. Sunscreen, skincare, makeup, everything is super different because honestly, I goofed up in Bali because the humidity there is so high. It's pretty much the same in Thailand and my hair was a mess most of the times in Bali. So this time around, I was very careful. So I'm going to share all of these tips with you. Now, of course, I am a beach baby. I'm born and brought up in Bahrain. My family is still back home. In India, now that I've moved here, Bombay is very humid, but nothing compares to Thailand and Bali's humidity. When it comes to packing all of your stuff, it's a little tricky. So this video is going to be super helpful for you. Also, I'm trying so hard to ignore the fact that I have a light bulb sun on my forehead. Just look at how big it is. Like, let's just zoom into this real quick. This is what cystic acne looks like. It's not pimple. It's not normal acne. It's not a blemish. It's not some random inflammation. This is cystic acne. This usually happens when I do a lot of traveling, if I'm super stressed or my hormones have gone for a toss. So clearly one of them is happening right now. I have no active acne right now on my skin. It's been about 5-6 months, just a few breakouts here and there that I spot correct, but right now I'm living my best life with my skin and this happens. So it's like God just wants me to be humble and I'm gonna take this sign. This is turning out to be a long intro, but if you're watching me for the first time, hi, my name's Preiti. I talk about all things cruelty-free, which means products that are not tested on animals. I also talk about veganism, sustainability, shout out to a lot of local Indian brands and a lot more things. If this is the kind of content you resonate with, then please join my YouTube family, hit that subscribe button, and continue watching today's video. Now, the first thing that I honestly wasn't prepared for, and I really want you guys to know this, is that dry shampoo is going to over dry your hair. Do not use a lot of it in your tropical holidays. Honestly, I learned this when I went to Bali because I was using a lot of dry shampoo and the amount of hair fall I had after I got back was not even funny. My scalp just felt so dry. My hair was so dry. I didn't know what I was doing wrong because I was using all of the products that I generally use, my hair mask and all of the treatments. Everything was going smooth, hair oiling. It's a lot of dry shampoo. That's what I figured out. So basically in your everyday life, you're going to use dry shampoo maybe once between your washes and wash it off. That's what I do. Maybe you're going to college, office, going to meet a few friends, whatever it is, you're going to use a little bit of dry shampoo and then wash it the next day. But in the case of a tropical holiday, you're going to be swimming in the pool. Chlorine is going to dry your hair. Then you're going to be at the beach. A lot of salt, sea salt, a lot of minerals. Ocean water is extremely drying for the hair. And honestly, you guys, that combined with dry shampoo is not a good time. If you're extremely dependent on dry shampoo, and I know for a lot of people, the scalp gets very oily. And in that case, you want to extend your wash days. Maybe use it just very lightly. Maybe just use it in areas where your hair is visible, like the oiliness on your hair is visible. But if you can, skip it altogether because you're not going to notice that while your holiday is going on, but once you get back, you'll notice that your scalp is super dry. It could also be because of a lot of buildup, so you will need to clarify your scalp. Post vacation, your hair is going to fall a lot. This has happened to a lot of people I know too, and then we sat and we spoke about it and I was like, oh, it is the dry shampoo after all. I think the only time I use dry shampoo is when I was traveling to the airport and back, or when I was taking those ferries to go from one island to the other, the longer duration one, the 2-3 hours ones, because that's when I was just like, okay, today is not going to be a beach day. I'm just going to be in the ferry, go to my hotel room, maybe get something to eat. So that's when I would use a good dry shampoo and then wash it off within a few hours at night or the next morning. But yeah, just not a good time. Skip dry shampoos as much as possible because it's really going to damage your hair in the long run. The second thing that you need to know is your full coverage makeup is going to get so cakey. All of a sudden, you're going to realize that I have so much texture on my skin. I have so much visible pores, which you probably don't. It's just your cakey makeup combined with all of the humidity in the air and all of that sweat, because you're going to sweat a lot. Just a heads up. I sweat a lot, and even people who don't sweat a lot in Southeast Asia because it is so humid there. The kind of vibe that I go for is usually BB creams, tinted moisturizer, light coverage, concealer, something that's very natural. That is totally my thing. I absolutely love it, and that's usually what I go for too. I've not tried too hard to cover all of the acne marks or even this thing right here. I'm perfectly fine with just going very, very minimal. I think it it shows more glow of your skin. Full coverage can be very cakey in general, and it also doesn't really glow as much as light coverage makeup, what I've seen and what I've experienced on my skin as well. This time around, I didn't travel with any concealer. In Bali, I did carry my lightweight concealers, but I never ended up using them because it was so hot. So this time around, I switched the game up and I traveled with this. This is the Derma Co BB cream. This is the 2% niacinamide hydrating BB cream. It's got SPF 30 and PA++. What a fantastic product. I've spoken about this a while ago, you guys, sometime late last year or early this year, I don't remember. It's been a few months that I've been using this. It gives you a decent coverage, it gives you a decent SPF protection as well. Not just that, this is great for date nights as well. When you're stepping out with your family, friends, or just by yourself, you want a sheer to medium coverage, then this is for you. I still remember the comment section when I posted about this BB cream. A lot of you guys had pretty much the same questions. Is there just one shade? It doesn't match my skin tone. I'm more on the duskier side. This is for fair skin tone. And I told you guys that the brand is formulating more shades. I did read it in some of their Instagram comments, and I was pretty confident that the brand will launch more shades, and that's exactly what they did. So these are the shades right here. The 3 shade names are Ivory, the shade that is light to medium. Then you have a medium to dark, which is the nude color, and then you have a warm beige, which is from dark to very dark skin tones. This is a fantastic shade if you have very warm undertone. If you are somewhere between fair to medium or even a medium skin tone, then this will work really well for you. This is the shade right here. It's super yellowy as well. The camera and the lights are just not doing justice. I do have swatches on the screen without any artificial light. It's all in natural light, so you'll know the exact shade as well. And this is the darkest shade right here. This is what the darkest shade looks like. I know on the screen it looks like this is literally my shade, but it's actually not. It's very, very dark and warm. This is going to be great for dusky skin tones, slightly more darker skin tones. And in case you fall between both of these skin tones right here, you can mix these 2 shades right here and get your skin tone. I think that is fantastic. So now that I'm tanned, this one is obviously not my shade. Like, look at how light it is. It's just not gonna match me. Even my current concealers and foundations, they do not match me, you guys. It's a very hard time. These just blend so seamlessly. The finish is fantastic. I've spoken about this a while ago as well. When I blend all of these together, I feel like that is my shade. It gives you a semi-matte kind of a finish. It doesn't move around too much. This is great for literally all skin tones, all skin types. And also, if you have very oily skin, you might want to set it with a good setting spray and setting powder, just like you would with your foundation. The other most common question that I got asked when I spoke about this BB cream a few months ago was that, does it transfer? And my answer was, hell yes, it is going to transfer. It is a tint. You know, it's a tint. It's not just some natural sunscreen. So of course, it's going to just get into your white t-shirt. It's going to get into your clothes, so you have to set this with a setting powder and setting spray. I treat BB creams just like makeup, so definitely set this. But honestly, the finish is great. You'll notice that it's not sticky at all. It gives you a beautiful finish. On my skin, I've got combination oily, acne prone skin. This works really well for me. Even if I don't set it with a loose powder, I just go in with a setting spray just to keep everything in place. It works really well. What I like about this is that yes, you have some SPF 30 right there with PA++. You've also got some niacinamide, 2% niacinamide to improve skin texture, reduce all of that excessive oiliness. You also have 1% hyaluronic acid complex to hydrate your skin along with Aquasil. Fantastic combination of ingredients to just nourish your skin. Now, of course, if you're stepping out in hardcore sunlight, you might want to apply some sunscreen underneath. It's always better because makeup will fade away as you sweat. So if you have a hardcore sunscreen going on underneath, even better. Niacinamide also helps to brighten your skin. It's going to help fade acne marks. So I like this whole combination of ingredients that nourish your skin and give you that skincare while giving you a makeup feel and giving you sun protection. Fantastic. I would say this is a light to medium coverage. For medium coverage, you will need to build it up. It is not full coverage. No BB cream out there is full coverage. It's the whole purpose of being lightweight on your skin, right? You can build it up, but if you have very visible dark circles, very visible acne that you feel that you want to conceal, then you will have to go in with a concealer. Otherwise, this by itself is pretty cool just for like a natural finish. Also, another thing in case you might not know is that the Derma company doesn't have any fragrance in any of its products. 100% fragrance free. Fantastic if you have sensitive skin, if you just don't want fragrance. If you want to try out any of these products, don't forget to use my code Preiti 2023 for 20% off across the Derma Company website. This is not an affiliate code. The products are also available on Amazon, Nykaa, Flipkart, but the code is not applicable there. It's only applicable on the website. Another commendable thing that the Derma Company is doing is that they have this Young Scientist initiative. They empower students. So they empowered almost 10,000 students this year along with Bhumi to help them achieve their goals. And I think that is fantastic. So when you place an order on the website, the brand will link that order to one child who they're going to help educate with Bhumi. You can check out the photo on the screen for more information, and don't forget to check their website for all the details on this initiative. The third thing that you need to keep in mind is that your skin will break out. It's a tropical holidays. You're going to be in the swimming pool. You're going to be sweating a lot. You're going to be at the beach. A lot of germs from the sand. All of that is going to break you out regardless of your skin type. If you have acne prone skin like mine, you're going to break out a little more. In that case, it's very, very important to have either a salicylic acid face wash once a day in PM routine, or use a salicylic acid lotion or serum every alternate night to keep acne at bay. Of course, don't go overboard. Don't apply it in the morning because you're going to be stepping out in the sun. Apply it in your nighttime skincare routine, and do not skip your sunscreen. What I noticed is whenever I go for these beach holidays, I do tend to cheat on my diet a bit too much. Like this time in Thailand, I had a lot of mango sticky rice. That is a lot of sweet, a lot of starch, a lot of coconut milk, and kind of like junk, right? Because it's very high on sugar. It clogged all of my pores. That combined with a lot of sunscreen, sweating. Of course, I was double cleansing everything, but I've got acne prone skin. I have oily skin. So my nose felt like a strawberry. It was just clogged up, and I had to use a proper salicylic acid serum once every night just to clear all of that mess and to avoid pimples. My forehead felt very congested by the 10th day that I was in Thailand because of all of the sweat, all of the germs, all of the junk food. You know, I had my period that time too. So salicylic acid is something you will need to keep in hand. You probably don't need AHAs for a tropical holiday. What are you trying to do? Burn your skin? Just use BHA and you're pretty much good to go if you want to prevent blackheads, whiteheads, skin texture, and acne. Number 4 is do not skip double cleansing your sunscreen because your skin will get so clogged up. Regardless if you have a waterproof sunscreen or a regular sunscreen, double cleanse it. I'll tell you why. Now in the daytime, you're going to apply your sunscreen, you're going to step out, immediately you're going to be covered in sweat. It's super humid there. So once you start sweating, you're going to dry up all of your sweat, fan yourself or go in aircon, and then apply your sunscreen again. Now all of this application, reapplication, all of the sweat, germs, bacteria, everything is now on your skin constantly. And then maybe you'll use a hanky that you're going to use throughout your day to dry your sweat. All of those germs clogged up on your skin. Just imagine the kind of breakouts you're going to get. I did this mistake in Bali, and this time I was very, very particular, and my skin was honestly great because I double cleansed twice a day. Because in the nighttime skincare routine, I would use very thick creams to hydrate my skin, because throughout the day I'm going to use very lightweight skincare. I'll probably skip the moisturizer and just go in with the sunscreen, a moisturizing sunscreen, because it is so hot and humid in tropical weather. And if you don't double cleanse your skin, you will break out. You will clog up your pores, and you might not even notice it during the holiday because you're so busy stepping out every single day, because all of the lights in hotel rooms are very nice and very classy, and they give you this nice finish on your skin. You probably never even notice how clogged your skin is. And I realize this every time I live in hotel rooms. The lighting there is very different from the lighting in our house. And when we come back to our house and when we have our LED lights or LED mirrors, you'll notice all of the texture, it's all clogged up. So yeah, man, just double cleanse your sunscreen. Do yourself a favor. The next thing that you need to know is that your hair is going to get so frizzy. It is going to get so frizzy. Think of Monica from Friends. You know that scene right there when her hair gets all like poofy. That is going to be your condition, especially if you have curly hair like mine. My hair, you guys, oh my God. When I was in Bali, I didn't even carry a straightener, so I was stuck with frizzy hair everywhere. This time around, I was very mindful with the kind of products that I carried. And you know, when I couldn't do anything, I would just blow dry my hair straight. Some very important things that you definitely need to do is use a clarifying shampoo every other wash to remove all of that buildup of product. If you're applying sunscreen on your hair, like when you do a partition, please apply sunscreen there. You want to use a clarifying shampoo for that. Clarify all of the dry shampoo as well. So definitely carry a clarifying shampoo that will go on your hair and your length. Next thing you want to do is use a good leave-in. If you have curly hair, use those thick leave-ins from brands that cater to curly hair. I've done detailed videos on all of these before. Number 3 is use a very hydrating, deep conditioning hair mask. If you have hair like mine, which is bleached and curly, then just use a hair mask instead of a conditioner and your hair will thank you. Use some almond oil, jojoba oil, use any lightweight hair oil on the ends of your hair when you sleep at night. This will really prevent all of that moisture loss and condition your hair, especially when you're going to be in the pool or beach quite a bit. Silicone serums are fantastic. Silicones are great for your hair, especially because you want to lock in all of that moisture. The frizz reduces quite a bit because the external humidity doesn't trouble your hair, but you will need to use a good clarifying shampoo to remove all of that silicone buildup. Just a heads up, do not skip that. The mistake that I made in Bali was that I did not carry a blow dryer. I was under the thought process that I'm gonna let my hair air dry, I'm gonna be a beach babe, and then my hair did not dry. It was perpetually wet the whole time because number one, it's a humid weather condition. Your hair is probably not going to dry that fast. Number two, you're sweating quite a bit. So as soon as your hair starts to dry, you're sweating, and now again all of that is getting trickled down. Number three is that you're either swimming, and now when your hair is all wet, you're doing all of those walks, so your hair is wet, you're sweating, and it's humid weather. Everything combined is not a good time. So definitely carry your blow dryer, diffusers if you have curly wavy hair. Also, I'm going to be 100% real with you. Frizz cannot be eliminated completely. It's just humanly impossible. Unless you have hair from the gods, it's not going to happen. You need to take good care of your hair, and you can also check out my videos on how to reduce frizz. Those will be super helpful for you. Monsoon hair care videos also will be helpful because monsoon is a humid weather condition, so you can use those tips in those videos. I'll link them in the description as well. The next thing that you need to keep in mind is keep all of your retinol at home, just all at home. Do not travel with it. I never carry retinol on any of my holidays, mainly because the entire day you're sightseeing, you're outdoors the entire day. At night, you're again gonna step out, you're maybe gonna go to the beach, and then you're gonna be at the beach in the daytime with all of that sand and sun and water exfoliating your skin constantly. Retinol is not a good time with all of that. In the city, of course, I apply retinol every single night, and when I step out, even in my balcony, I have sunscreen on me. But if you're gonna be stepping out every single day in a tropical, very, very sunny weather, either hiking or sightseeing or to the beach, that retinol will probably have adverse effect on your skin because your cell turnover is increasing, but you're not getting adequate sun protection. No matter how waterproof your sunscreen is, at some point you're going to be in the water, you're sweating out. At some point you might forget to apply your sunscreen. Risky business, man. Skip all your retinol. Once you get back, start your retinol routine immediately. Instead of retinol, what I recommend is vitamin C. So what you can do instead is use a vitamin C serum at night. This is going to boost collagen production, and that's going to give you that plumpness to your skin. So instead of retinol, do vitamin C. Maybe do like a 15-20% if your skin can handle it. Don't even use retinol under eye creams. Very unnecessary in a beach holiday. You don't want to trouble your skin. Just keep it so simple. Cleanse, tone, moisturize, maybe some serums like niacinamide or BHA, vitamin C at night, maybe BHA at night, and sunscreen. That's about it. That's it, you guys. Do not over exfoliate your skin. Never ever travel with retinol or AHAs. It's just not needed. And the last thing that you need to keep in mind is travel with good UPF active wear. Swimwear, especially surfer clothing, bikinis these days have very good sun protection called UPF. Now, of course, when you sit under an umbrella, you have a big hat, you have your SPF, you have a basic swimwear going on. It is going to protect you from sun rays, no doubt. But if you're going to do intense water sports like surfing, snorkeling, diving, if you're going to be on a yacht all day, you want to go sailing, if you're doing a lot of those island tours that I did in Thailand, a lot of people do that, you might want to invest in some really good UPF clothing. It is slightly expensive, but that clothing really protects you from sunburn. All of my swimwear, like the one-piece swimwear, my surfing clothes, all of them have UPF. And yes, they are slightly expensive, and you're not going to be wearing them just to the swimming pool for the heck of it. Fabric is a very tight-knit weave. It's so tight-knit that the rays cannot penetrate. Sometimes this is doubled up or even tripled up to give you that intense protection. So if you're going to be surfing for a good 6 hours, if you're going snorkeling, if you're going between islands, if you're sailing for the day, this is the type of clothing you need to invest in. I swear, man, I wish somebody told me about this years ago. I started to know about this only when I started actively surfing, and I can notice a big change in the quality of my skin. For a pool party or even 2-3 hours on a beach, I think a basic bikini is perfectly fine. But if you're going for a proper surf day where you're going to be 6-7 hours on the beach surfing in and out of water, you need good UPF clothing. Definitely more expensive. All of my surfwear, all of my bikinis, all of my swimwear is UPF because I need that protection, you guys. I will burn. When I switch to UPF clothing, the difference is humongous. Like, the difference is that you first don't burn burn up really quickly, you don't heat up real fast, you feel very protected, and you don't develop any of those rashes from heat because you feel that the sunscreen is protecting you, but underneath your clothes, if your swimsuit is too thin, it's gonna barely do anything. Those are all of the things that you need to keep in mind if you're planning out a beach holiday or a tropical getaway. I really hope you found this useful. Let me know in the comments if you tried any of these tips, if these are the things that you consider when you go for tropical holidays and how they work out for you. If you have any additional tips, leave them in the comments. And you know the drill. If you enjoyed watching this video, then please hit the thumbs up so that I know you enjoyed watching this video. Also, all of those frizzy hair care videos are linked in the description. Do check them out as well right after this video. I'm gonna take your leave now, guys, but before I go, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check out my previous videos right here. I will catch you all in the next videos. Till then, take care of yourselves. Bye.